So my name is James Bauer, and I'm the CEO of WikiPad, and I'd like to introduce you today to the WikiPad tablet and tell you a little bit about our history. The WikiPad concept came together last year, and we saw a big opportunity in the market where some of the handheld mobile gaming consoles numbers were starting to go down, while certainly the increase of smartphones and tablets were the numbers were increasing pretty significantly. But one of the challenges with playing games on a tablet or a smartphone is the fact that you don't have the physical controls, which those of us who are gamers and love to game, without the physical controls, it's just not quite the same experience. So we came up with a concept of making a physical controller along with our own tablet, and we announced the concept at CES last year, this past January actually, and the concept was received extremely well. And from that point we said, look, if we're going to take this to the market, we have to make sure that the tablet is really, really good tablet, and that it can stand on its own as it competes with the rest of the tablet market that's out there. So we worked very aggressively since January and came up with this particular tablet that we're introducing now to the market. And the tablet itself just happens to be one of the thinnest, lightest tablets that's going to be in the market for this holiday season. And there's some unique function in the design of the tablet, including this ridge that you see on the back here. This ridge allows you to actually hold on to something. All the other tablets in the market are flat, and it's very easy to drop it. But whether it be landscape or portrait, you will always have something to grip, as you see the back of the WikiPad here. There's some additional function that this ridge actually supplies to the tablet as well. And when it comes to sound, one thing that was important to us is very good speakers, because a lot of other tablets or smartphone devices, when you listen to the sound, it kind of sounds like it's in a tin can. It's not really a good sounding platform, but with a WikiPad, the speakers are pretty good. But they even get better when you lay the tablet down, because the speakers resonate off the surface to where you can enjoy music. It's not going to shake the room by any means, but it's going to be good enough for you to enjoy the music without an accessory. Okay, so what you have here is you have the iPad 3 next to the WikiPad. As you can see, the form factor of the WikiPad is a much wider screen experience, which enhances the game experience, as well as if you're going to watch movies or just normally work with your device. It's going to be a much bigger screen, which is a lot better. And the other thing I'd like to point out is that the weight difference between the two is significantly lighter than the iPad 3, and it's thinner as well. All right. So some of the added functionality that the WikiPad has is it has a 2 megapixel front camera, which works really great with Skype, and it also has an 8 megapixel rear-facing camera with a flash. And if you look at the iPad has a 5 megapixel camera, so the camera is actually a bit better on the WikiPad. When we announced this tablet and we started working with content relationships in the market, we really wanted to optimize the tablet to be able to work with a lot of game content that's in the market. So we started with the announcement of the Gaikai relationship earlier this past year, and Gaikai has recently been acquired by Sony, and Gaikai is going to be the new Sony PlayStation Cloud platform. So this tablet, those that invest in it now, when the Sony PlayStation Cloud launches, you'll be able to play all of the top PlayStation games through streaming on this particular device. In the meantime, we have furthered the relationship with Sony, and the tablet has gone through Sony's certification process, and the tablet will come shipped with the Sony PlayStation Mobile platform preloaded on the device that will allow you to download the Sony PlayStation Mobile content directly onto the WikiPad. But what really takes us to the next level as well, not only is it a fantastic work tablet, not only is it really the lightest one on the market with the widest screen and the added function of the grip that's on the back, but we designed this custom game controller that will come shipped with the WikiPad. Now this controller is a very light balanced controller, and when you have both the controller and the tablet together, it still is extraordinarily light. But the capabilities that you have for gameplay on the WikiPad really is parallel to what you would get out of a console device with all of the controls around there. You no longer will you have to, for the games that are calibrated for gamepad support, you won't have to touch the screen or move the screen. You can play it as you would normally play your mobile console devices that are in the market. And here's an example. The graphics in the game. So as you can see, the gameplay is very intuitive using the standard gamepad controls. So I'll jump out of this and I'll show you a sample of a first-person shooter game. We'll go to Shadowgun. The experience of playing a game with a controller that has a wide screen like this is very similar to an experience you would expect sitting in front of a big screen TV. No longer do you have to squint or get close to the device like some of the smaller devices that are on the market. This has a nice widescreen experience, which really makes the gameplay enjoyable. Oh, you got me. I'll restart it here. So the tablet is going to come with 16 gig of RAM, or I'm sorry, 16 gig of memory is going to come preloaded in the device. It's going to ship with 1 gig of RAM. The screen is 10.1 inches in length. The tablet also has some interesting advantage as far as expandable memory that some of our other competitors don't have. It has an expandable memory slot here where you can add a micro SD card of up to additional 32 gigs of storage for storing lots of games. It has a micro USB port here, and then it has our own proprietary multi-pin 30-pin connector at the base here that also has capabilities for USB host as well as HDMI. So we will be coming out with an HDMI accessory that will allow you to attach it to the television. The tablet itself comes with GPS. It has an accelerometer. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and the Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi direct, so it'll enable you to connect it to a smart TV as well as upcoming. I would call it a smart TV dongle that is going to be an accessory to the WikiPad that will, enable a TV that doesn't have smart TV to be able to connect to the WikiPad as well. The tablet's going to ship with Android Jelly Bean, which is the latest OS for Android, and the tablet, when it does ship, it's going to ship with the tablet and the controller together. Price point is $499 for the tablet and the controller. The initial retailer, we have an exclusive pre-sale going on right now with GameStop, and those first units will ship at the very end of October and in the beginning of November. And then the other retailers will start carrying the device in November prior to the holidays. And the device is going to be sold in the US, Canada. We're going to have it in Europe, many countries in Europe, as well as Japan, Korea, and Australia, and New Zealand.
All right, so the name.
Yeah, so the name WikiPad. Wiki actually means fast in Hawaiian, and Wiki also has a connotation of being open. So when we were naming the company and naming the device, we wanted to make sure that it really had a connotation that meant fast and open, because it's an open gaming platform. Not only is it open just from an indie standpoint, but we also have tier 1 content providers that are enabled on the device as well. So that's how we came up with the name WikiPad. And also, we also believe that the future of education is going to be interactive education. And if some people begin to think that this could be used in education, with the name Wiki, that'll be a great thing as well, because we really see the future of textbooks are obviously starting to be delivered on tablets, and if some of the new content for education can actually be interactive content that can be controlled with a video game controller, we're certainly going to be in a good position to help with that market.